Last time, I'm gonna talk about this dot since we're getting Oberon rework. Chroma might be next on the list, and if he is, I have some suggestions. Before I say what they are, I want to go ahead and say something. The rework for Valkyr was very good, but after hearing what they're doing for Oberon, I'm worried that if they touch Chroma again, they might make him worse. But whatever, I'ma start. 1. Make his first ability do more damage with a slightly wider area of effects. 2. Make his second apply selected status onto his weapons and make it where those buffs do what they actually say. 3. Make his everlasting ward August give allies in range his second ability buff stays on for the duration. 4. Make his third abilities feel like it's actually doing something. The armor and DMG with the armor and DMG boost per kill don't feel like they're being actually applied. I know they're additive, but it still doesn't feel like it's doing its job. 5. The buff he gives allies from his third ability feels situational. I feel like they could be changed up in a way where they could be a bit better. I'm not saying it's bad, but it just feels weird. 6. Make his fourth ability scale with enemy level. 7. Change his passive. It offers nothing to his kit. 8. Chroma and Rhino should be able to do self-damage. 9. His third ability's buff, since it's additive, should be decided on how much damage Chroma takes. Make that damage his armor and strength, with a limit obviously. With how his abilities work, if I were to make a build based off of that, it would look something like this. Arch and continuity is on if you want to use his second toxin ability. You can use regular or primed continuity. Stretches to make his ally buffs apply from a further distance. You can use overextended if you prefer that. The strength is to make his buffs and armor stronger, such as the armor you get from his second and third ability. Because his third ability's augment duration can technically go on forever if allies are affected, it should be more effective when you use his second abilities. So the duration is meant to make it last as long as possible while not having to keep casting the abilities so many times. You could also replace Stretch for Umbral Fiber. While that would give better damage reduction, its buff with Umbral Intensify would also be very good. Also, at base, this build would give Gorian armor a base of 19% health regen per kill. Paired with Molt August and Arcane Blessing, that gives Chroma 1570 health and 22% health regen 23% with growing power. Chroma is an adaptive dragon that's supposed to be able to tank, support, buff, take the DMG allies are receiving and be an AO frame. It doesn't really feel like it, especially when he's mostly carried by his third ability's augment.